Okay, imagine being a mathematical genius. You could take Vegas for millions just by counting cards. Well, in the new movie 21, British actor Jim Sturgess does just that.
I was studying all day, every day. But it wasn't physics, chemistry, and engineering. I was back to simple math, used in ways I could never have imagined. The team had a system, and to go unnoticed, we created a whole new language.
All right, and we are very happy to have him here with us, and I know we have cued the smoke because we are in our own little makeshift CW11 casino. Good morning. It's so good to have you.
I feel like I've lowered the tone of the whole program, bringing this smoke with me.
You know, thank you. Thank you for bringing it. It's great for our lungs. All right, so the movie's about a group of MIT students. It's based on a real story who literally make millions by counting cards.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's such an interesting premise. What was it like bringing a real story, you know, to life on screen?
It was great. I mean, yeah, before I read this, I mean, when I first read the script, I had no idea it was a true story. So, I mean, it was a great story. When you read it as a piece of fiction, you know, I just believed that it was a story made up by a writer. So when I found out it was true, you know, the intrigue just kind of went up. And getting to meet all of the guys, all the MIT students, and spending a lot of time in Vegas with all of those guys.
So, I mean, are those guys allowed? I mean, are you allowed to go gamble with them, given what happened?
Well, Jeff Maher, who the story's very much kind of based on, is allowed in the casinos, and he's very much a kind of legend in Vegas, but he's just not allowed to play blackjack. If he's anywhere near a blackjack table, within like 20 minutes, he's kind of like hounded.
Like the eye, like literally, like everybody converges on him. Yeah. Now, you also work with Kevin Spacey and Lawrence Fishburne. I mean, I mean, you've worked with some really big people in your career already. So, what was it like working with them? Just
amazing. I mean, they're two people that I've seen in films, you know, for most of my life. So to suddenly be in a room with them and acting alongside them was pretty amazing.
That's very cool. All right, you know, since we decided to make our own casino, I have a little game with you to play. Okay, it's not blackjack. You don't have to count cards.
Is it Snap?
It's basically embarrassing questions, okay? So I'm going to pick a card. What, blondes or brunettes?
Gingers.
Gingers?
Yeah.
Like Ginger Spice?
Ginger Spice, yeah.
Interesting answer. Briefs or boxers?
Oh, boxers, definitely.
Boxers, okay. Boxer man. Palms Casino or the Hard Rock?
Palms.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that where you spent most of your time when you were in Vegas? Why is that?
Because
girls?
They have the Playboy casino up
there. Okay, the truth comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, and last but not least, Beatles or the Rolling Stones?
The Beatles.
Yeah, you got to say the Beatles, right? Now, also, let's talk about Beatles. I mean, you did an amazing job. I mean, you were across the universe. I mean, it was, you know, so many people loved it, and it was obviously based on Beatles music. So what was that experience like?
Just, you know, life-changing in every way for me, really. You know, I was just kind of hanging out in London at the time, and then when I got the part, I was just kind of sent off into this crazy world that Julie Taymor kind of created for all of us.
So is it intimidating singing all these tunes?
I mean, we spent so much time on it that it wasn't intimidating by the end. It was just fun, you know. We just immersed ourselves in it and just threw ourselves into it. And obviously we were kind of aware of what we were doing and that certain people would react to it in certain different ways.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we just had a good time.
That's great. Well, continued success with your career. Not
Thank
bad.
you.
You know, I didn't get any work with Scarlett Johansson, Natalie Portman, the other
Do I win any money?
I mean, life is not good. You win some chips that I don't know how much they're worth, but let's say they're worth about 50 pounds. How's that? That's like $100.
I'll cash them in the canteen.
We can't afford to like spend money in England. It's too expensive for us. All right. Anyway, thank you so much. And you can catch Jim in the new movie 21, which hits theaters on Friday. And coming up next hour, Girls Gone Wild founder Joe Francis could be in more hot water. I'll tell you why.
Jim, thank you so much. Still ahead on the CW11 Morning News. Remember